So today we're going to look at astrology a little differently. Not just as this cosmic, mystical thing, but as a real, practical tool for making clear decisions in your life. We're talking about turning ancient wisdom into an actual strategy. You know that feeling, right? You read about some big planetary transit and it's fascinating, but then you think, okay, so what do I do with that information? You're not alone. There's this huge gap between the cool ideas in astrology and the actual choices we have to make every day. And this explainer, it's all about closing that gap. Okay, so to make astrology genuinely useful, the very first thing we have to do is move past the kind of astrology most of us grew up with. We've got to go way beyond the daily horoscope.
And this slide really breaks it down. On one side, you've got what we can call entertainment astrology. You know, generic sun sign horoscopes written for millions of people. It's fun, it's a source of vague wonder. But on the other side, that's strategic astrology. It's not based on your sun sign, it's based on your personal natal chart. It's not for millions, it's a singular, intricate map. And its purpose isn't wonder, it's to be a decision-making tool.
And this right here, this is the key to the whole thing. Your natal chart is a snapshot of the sky cast for the exact time, date, and place you were born. It's not generic at all, it's one of a kind. It's yours. Think of it like a personal blueprint, holding all the specific promises and potentials of your life.
Now here is a concept that, honestly, changes everything. The person you are today is not the same person you were 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. And that personal growth, that evolution, is the secret ingredient to understanding how astrology really works.
Just take a second and think about it. Who were you at 17? What were your dreams, your worries? Now picture yourself at 27, and what about today, at 47, or whatever age you are now? You're a different person, right? You've grown, you've learned things, you've completely evolved. This line just says it all. The astrological map, your natal chart, that stays the same your whole life. But the person reading that map, the person living that map, that's you, and you are always changing. And that means the same planetary event is going to hit you very differently at different points in your life. All right, let's get into a real-world example to see how this plays out. This is where astrology stops being just a theory and starts to feel incredibly personal and pretty powerful. So let me tell you about a woman named Melissa. The big thing to know about her chart is that she has a powerful alignment of the moon and Neptune. In astrology, that combo often points to a ton of creativity, deep sensitivity, and a real potential for being seen by the public. Now, get this. When she was young, the planet Mars passed right over this point in her chart. And what happened? A confusing, disorienting accident that landed her with 10 stitches. Okay, now fast forward 20 years. The exact same Mars transit happens again, but Melissa is a different person now. She's grown into her creativity, she's a composer, and this time, that transit lines up perfectly with her becoming a huge success, the most visible and celebrated period of her entire career. See that? Same chart, same planets, two totally different stories. So Melissa's story is the perfect illustration of how this works. The goal isn't just to know what the planets are up to. The goal is to use that knowledge as a map for your own life, for your own journey. And this leads to a really empowering idea. It's not about needing to become a professional astrologer. What it means is that you are the expert on your own life. When you bring your life experience to your chart, you stop being a passive spectator waiting for your fortune to be told. You become an active navigator. And the benefits are so practical. Using your chart this way helps you understand your personal timing, why some things flow and others don't. It gives you incredible psychological insight. It helps you navigate big career moves and adds so much context to your relationships. And honestly, one of the biggest things, it helps you develop self-compassion, seeing your patterns not as flaws, but just as energies that have their own timing. It's also really important to remember our lives aren't happening in a bubble. The big planetary cycles often line up with major historical shifts. They create the cultural soil that our personal lives grow in. Understanding that bigger picture adds a whole other layer of meaning to what we go through personally. Okay, so let's tie this all together. What's the big takeaway from looking at astrology in this strategic way? It really comes down to two things: potential and timing. Think about it. Your entire life has been a process of you becoming, well, more you. Every experience, every lesson, it's all been preparing you. And what that means is that some of the most amazing promises held in your chart might not have even happened yet. They're just waiting for the right version of you to show up. So here's the bottom line. Your chart isn't just a description of who you are right now. It's a map of who you are becoming. It's full of potential that's just waiting for the right moment, the right cosmic weather, and the right you to step up and claim it.
And that really just leaves us with one final question to think about. As you consider your own journey, all the ways you've grown and changed, what incredible potential, what hidden promises in your own life might be just around the corner, waiting for their perfect moment to unfold.